I went from making personal D&D videos on this channel that only got maybe 90 to 100 views at maximum to making music videos that reached thousands and tens of thousands of views. And you might be wondering, how did I do that? I have no earthly idea. Even still, I figured if I can make these videos stand out for just, I don't know, if they can get thousands views, then I'm doing something right. And if that's the case, maybe I can show you a thing or two on how to make your music videos stand out like mine's. Let's hope I can get it right. Well, I guess we're doing this now. I still don't see how this video got 70,000 views and was still climbing to this day. But how would I explain this? This video is definitely not my first music video, but it was the only one that actually got as high as it did. I think a combination of the fact that it's an anime that was very popular, it's still very popular. Maybe a few other things that I'm not aware of. What I do know is it. Would I say it's my favorite video? I'm not so sure. One of the first things that I wanted to do with this video was I wanted to make one of the highlights of the video the fight between the main character and the Red Knight. I know their names. I just don't want to. I don't want to stumble and say them wrong or something, and I don't want to look it up either. But I wanted the fight to be the main selling point for the video. So that was one of the first things I thought of. The other thing I thought of was what song the video was going to be based off of. And I don't have a reason why Humans was the one that came to mind. It's just it sounded great. I liked the song. I liked how different beats in the music corresponded with certain actions. So, with those two things, I would take the music video. I'd find a way to actually record the music sound. And then, for what my purposes were, it was to record the video off of YouTube and then separate the audio from the images. So that way I don't have anything happening in the background if I do have some spaces in between the actual images and whatever's happening in the background. Once I detach the audio, I can mostly leave it be, but if you notice around this area here, there's a break. And I forget what. Only human, I do what I can. I'm just a man. I'm only human, I do what I can. Actually, no. I think that was just an accident and I never fixed it. Where when I was cutting the videos and the clips, I accidentally cut this and didn't make it. But there were times in some videos where I'll shorten the song because I don't want to use certain pieces of it. But otherwise, the sound is going to remain mostly the same. Then afterwards, I will listen to the song and then mark the places that I think are, what would you say, are like key points. Like this is a key point. The chorus is usually the places where I'll go first, because the choruses are usually the hypest moments in a song, and so building from hype moments is the rule of thumb that I go off of. Now, if the choruses are the hype moments, then it's pretty easy to figure out what clips to use for the videos. you go for whatever you think is the hypest moment or the thing that is the highlight of the show or TV series that you are building this video from. For the first hype moment, I think the main character fighting these mercenaries has some pretty cool moments, because it's in this scene in the anime where he goes from being fairly well mannered and just trying to figure things out to, I need to survive. I need to fight to survive. So having this be one of the first moments just made sense to me. The other major moments again is main character fighting the Red Knight. So with those moments placed together, it's just a matter of putting the moments to the beats. So like, for example, you saw that, right? There's this, him raising his head is in tune with the rising, or the, I don't know what you would call this beat. It just goes with the music. And I think that's very important for when you're making videos like this. Because sometimes I'll look at music videos like these where, for the most part, it's just the events of the anime against the background of music, which is fine, all things considered. But what I like to do is to have the images or the emotion match the song. And I think you'll see that in certain shows where they do that. They'll make the sort of they'll make what's happening visually match what's happening musically. I think that just makes it easier to remember what you're watching. Like, if you wanted to go back and find a moment in the show or anime, you can remember it based off of the moment itself, but also the music cues. Where is the clip for it? There was a... Or do I... Yeah, I think... No, it's not this one. Yeah.
I just killed somebody. They say the system made me do it. But... Go to hell!
You can kind of hear the... It might be easier to just go to the anime itself and then hear the music match what's happening in the scene. But if you notice how important it is for the music to match what's happening, you can take that philosophy and then apply it to the music video that you're making. Match what clips you're using with the song. And I obviously have a fully put together music video, but one of the things that so the way I put it together after I put down the initial hype moments is to go back and forth between the two things that I don't have, and then just try to figure out, okay, how do I want this hype moment to go into, what do I need to proceed this moment to lead into it. So as here, I have the like, opening to the series that eventually leads to him about to get butchered. And there's this moment between him about to get cut, black, and then immediately it goes to here. A seamless transition. This one isn't as seamless as I probably would have liked it to be. And I don't know if in this example, oh wait, no, there is an example of like, no. I'm trying to think, because there's another video that's seamless, that has a seamless transition. Okay, I think, yeah, it's this one. Let it load. Right there. There's a very brief moment with the impact frames that allows me to go from this moment to this moment. I think what makes this work is, in part, this frame here is, what would you say, obscuring, or, well, I'm trying to think. It is, it's very undefined compared to this moment here. So when I do go into the next scene, that moment of undefined figure can be replaced with the next scene. It helps that the lighting is somewhat different here, and then it matches the sort of light crosses between the two moments. So when it does move from one point to another, and it also helps that it's going real fast. So when you're actually looking at it, you can't process you can't process the cut. You just see the end result. See, there it is again. I think this leads to a different sort of part of the conversation, that I try to get as close to the impact frame as I possibly can. And by impact frame, I just mean these moments where flashes and the like take over the screen. So that way you can sort of blindside the audience. And they're not really processing what's happening. You just see the impact of the moment. So when you're actually putting it together, it kind of looks weird. But then when you see it in motion, but finding different frames to piece it all together, it just takes a lot of, okay, what makes the most sense to go from here to this other point. And it's usually just me, after I've found my my key points, I just throw stuff together until it all just starts to make sense. I kind of wish I had like a not a pre-made, but something that, what would you say, wasn't finished, that I could show you what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's all there is to it, I guess. I don't know if this video was helpful, but I think at the end of it all, I'm just kind of shocked at how successful some of my videos have been. And I wanted to thank you for watching them. Even if they never get, even if not all of them get to the quadruple digits, it's almost breathtaking to put into words what that means to me. And I can't say that this will lead to anything massive, but I do hope that if I do make another video, then it'll be something that people want to watch. So thank you for your time, and I hope to see you again soon.